What is up? Welcome back to our channel. Once again, it's me, your bearded bro, QuickSilver 15, back with another video. And today we'll be doing a review on a movie that is the multiverse movie that Multiverse of Madness should have been. Only it's a lot more crazy, a lot more mad, and of course it's none other than I'll try not to butcher the title, but it's Everything and Everywhere all at once. And yeah, typically a super long title, and probably not a lot of you guys haven't heard of it yet. But straight off the bat, I would like to say that if you like multiversal travel movies, and if you've been disappointed by the amount of madness involved in Multiverse of Madness, then Everything and Everywhere all at once is definitely for you. For me, it's kind of like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and Multiverse of Madness had a crazy baby, and that baby started doing crack. And yeah, this movie is definitely super crazy, and yeah, let's get to it. So the premise of Everything and Everywhere. So the premise of Everything and Everywhere all at once is essentially there is one timeline where the character of Joy, of course, the daughter of Evelyn in this movie, becomes tortured and forced to do dimension hopping experiments, and that causes her to see and feel everything from all dimensions all at once, and that essentially made her a god, technically, where she can jump to any universe, manipulate most matter to turn into absolutely anything she can imagine. There is also this Everything bagel, which is far more intense than the Everything burrito, I might add, because it's essentially she put everything on a bagel, and that caused it to collapse in on itself, causing like a multi-dimensional it's very confusing but in a good way. Trust me, guys, this movie is something you would definitely need to go to the bathroom early on, because if you stand up for 1 second and you come back, and it's definitely gonna you're gonna be lost. And that's actually one of the crazy good parts of this movie. So we have this character Evelyn, and she's gonna get her business, laundromat business, assessed by the IRS, and at first glance that's pretty darn boring, but then that's where the craziness starts to happen. Her husband from another dimension possesses her husband in her current dimension, dreamwalk style, from essentially the same style as in Multiverse of Madness, where the other dimensional version of you takes over your body. And it gets pretty confusing real fast, because at that point you can also take the abilities from other versions of you. And me trying to explain it is making my head hurt. So yeah, that's essentially what Evelyn's power became, through science. Of course, it's nothing too magical, although it is kind of magical, but yeah, through like a device where when you do something you wouldn't usually do it, and then you press the tech button, it propels your mind to other dimensions, and then you can copy the ability you have. For example, of course, she is a laundry mat owner, and she projects herself to a version of herself who is extremely awesome at kung fu. And that is not even the craziest part. I don't want to spoil anything for you, but it gets crazier from there, from sausage appendages to body parts that shouldn't have muscles having muscles. And of course, when I say you have to do something weird to be able to use this power, I am not think of the weirdest thing you could possibly do and then multiply that by a billion. The people making this movie are absolutely crazy, and it shows, and it's super fun. I can only imagine them trying not to laugh during the production of this. There are a lot of scenes with sex toys which is just super weird. And yeah, the villain quote unquote is actually very compelling, very interesting, and all her variants are too. But they're actually, for the main villain, there are only kind of just two. Joy in the regular universe, and then there's Joy in every other universe joined into one, which was weird why the one Joy was not affected that long. Maybe it's because the multiverse is so massive that you essentially, even if you're a god, you can't look into everything all at once. I don't know, it kind of spoils the title, but yeah, even so, this movie is one heck of a ride. A lot of fun twists. And okay, so I'm gonna spoil one part. There is this one universe called Rakanui, and if that sounds familiar, it's an Chinese pirated version of Ratatouille, but instead of a rat, there is a raccoon controlling the guy, and I want to see a movie of that. I want them to fully flesh out that story and push it in cinema, because I would watch Rakanui without a doubt. And that's just, I cannot possibly begin to explain everything about everything and everywhere all at once in this video without confusing you guys. The main characters are awesome. They're all Asians, a lot of top Asian cast. Of course, we have Michelle Yeoh. You probably know her from a lot of popular Chinese films: Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Shang-Chi, and a lot of that. And yeah, a lot of we have Stephanie Hsu, which is probably the newest member of the cast. She's awesome in it too. She is the I won't go through all the details, but she is her daughter. And yeah, so again, the creativity in this film is just insane. The fight scenes are also crazy. It's essentially a multi-dimensional kung fu film with family drama, existential drama, and everything bagel. So yeah, a lot of crazy wet humor, dry humor, and a lot of fun. So I definitely recommend you watch Everything and Everywhere all at once in cinemas when it does come out here in the Philippines. And it's actually sad that this is probably one of the films that, if you're not really updated in film news, it's one of those films that will just pass you by and you probably will never watch it in your entire life. But then again, this is one of the films that is the reason why I do film reviews, and it's to put this kind of films in the spotlights. Of course, we do love our big IP titles like Avengers, Marvel titles, DC titles, and all that popular pop culture titles just seemingly coming out every month. And this is probably one of the rare instances that a new title has excited me beyond measure of all dimensions. It's just that good, and I do recommend it to everyone. Although I don't think it's for everyone, it can be a little bit crazy and confusing, and the multiverse, and if you're into that, and this is definitely a must watch. So one of my all-time favorites is Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and this reminds me a lot of that, a lot of crazy humor, a lot of crazy multi-dimensional transformations and stuff, and again, a lot of existential questions, which is just so good. And yeah, just watch for the story, the spectacle, and the cast. They hit the right spots head on. And I give this movie a rare instance when I actually give it a 10 out of 10. And this is probably one of my favorite movies of all time after watching it. So, what are you waiting for, guys? If you've seen Everything and Everywhere All at Once, leave a comment down below. Tell me what your favorite part is, and if you actually see the movie because of this review, let me know what you do think about it. And as always, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell so you'll be notified of our next video. And once again, it's me, your bearded bro, QuickSilver 15, signing off. Peace.